Oh, so, okay. All right. Hi, Micah, Julia, hi, Nico. Oh, hello. Wow. I just want to say thank you for turning on the cameras because then I can look straight. So the way that their Zoom is set up is that you're right in front of me. So you have the class, the people, and then the people. Just it makes perfect sense to me. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Nico, I'm like judging you kind of like in the like there's a pretext of judgment. I'm just kidding, just kidding. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, let me share my screen. All right, let's share the screen. If I share the screen, let's see what this.
I was thinking they have some filters on or something.
Just so terrible. Hi guys. Are you feeling too good? I'm sorry.
I think they're in their gallery.
Not the voice, please.
Come again?
No, I was saying not with that voice.
No, the voice.
What voice?
Probably your little kid voice,
Oh,
like talking to little kids.
ah,
I don't
well,
know. Did you have one?
I don't know.
okay, anyway, Shomel Shabbat, here we go.
Shomel Shabbat.
No? There. Okay, this was the homework for this week. Hopefully it wasn't too complicated. I feel like it wasn't. There was a lot of repetition. But the good thing is, and Melanie sent me her homework, and you can do the same thing. So you can just take a photo of it and send it to me, and I will look at it and comment on it. It might not happen right away, but I promise to do it. But okay. So the first line, Shomer Shabbat, right? Let's say it together, okay? Shomer Shabbat.
Shomer Shabbat.
Okay. And Shomeret Shabbat.
Shomeret Shabbat.
Yeah, Shomeret Shabbat. So masculine form, right, of the verb, feminine form of the verb. Shomer, masculine, Shomeret, feminine. All right?
Shomer.
Now, Shomer Shabbat, what do you think that means? How did you translate it?
To keep. No,
Nope.
keeps. No.
Sabbath keeper.
Sabbath keeper. Okay, that's one option. What's the second option?
I just wrote keeps the Sabbath.
Keeps the Sabbath.
Okay, keeps the Sabbath, yeah. So it could be keeps Shabbat. Yeah, keeps Shabbat masculine, keeps Shabbat feminine. It could be is keeping Shomer Shabbat, and it could have a continuous aspect to it, but we will not be able to tell without context. But it could also be just like Nico said, Sabbath keeper, Shomer Shabbat. Yeah. Okay. Sabbath keeper, Shomer Shabbat. So even the word Shomer, which is translated as guard, right? So it's like a title, right? I am a guard, ani shomer. But when you say ani shomer, it could be I'm guarding. All right? Guarding or protecting, right? Or could be I guard. I guard something, right? All right, Mispel Stein. משה שומר שבת. תגידו אחריי. משה שומר שבת.
Moses keeps
Moses.
Shabbat.
Keep Sabbath.
Yes, and לאה שומרת שבת. Say it. I'm practicing. Come on, guys.
Leah shomeret Shabbat.
לואיס, יפה מאוד. לא שמעתי אותך בכלל. אז בסדר.
I take extra note.
Taking notes. Okay. So Moses
Keeps
keeps
Shabbat.
Shabbat. Leah keeps Shabbat.
Leah keep Shabbat.
Or is keeping, right? Okay. Number 3. Shlomo shomer Shabbat.
Solomon keeps
Yeah. Shulamit shomeret Shabbat.
Shulamit keeps the Sabbath.
Yeah. Okay. Keeps or is keeping. And then I have to grant you, I mean, it was very repetitive, right? Hadod shomer Shabbat, Hadoda, Mora, More, and so on and so forth. But part of the exercise was that you would also practice a little bit of cursive writing. Although it's repetitive, it's good to get the pen in the hand and writing on the paper. You know, it's good. Okay, מספר 7, מי שומר שבת, or the feminine form, מי שומר את שבת.
Is it who keeps Shabbat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but you would differentiate, right? So if you ask מי שומר שבת, it means like you're implying a guy. You could actually also imply women in here if it's a large crowd and you're referring to a large group of people that are both men and women. Usually the masculine will take over. And Mishomer Shabbat, you're gender specific. Like, who among these women is keeping Shabbat? ומספר 8, עוד מי שומר שבת.
Who else?
Else
Is keeping.
עוד מי שומר את שבת. It's the okay. Pretty simple. A lot of repetition, but hopefully you got some time to write it out. If you didn't, it's okay. But notice that here, unlike others, I did not provide the cursive writing for you to look at. So you had to look it up yourselves.
Or we know it.
That's the challenge. Or you just have phenomenal memory and just know right off the bat.
Hey Arthur, can you repeat number 3, the first word, for me again?
Shulamit. This?
Yeah.
Shulamit is a name.
Shulamit. Okay.
Feminine name.
Shalom.
Gotcha.
Like Shlomi Shabbat, the singer? Shlomi? It's a name, right?
Yeah, Shlomi. Shlomi is also a name. Shlomi, Shulamit, Shlomo. All come from a similar root. Okay. Question?
We really liked this exercise. It was good.
Okay. Okay, awesome. All right. No more questions here? All right. All right, let's do something. We're going to digress just a little bit over a topic that Nico mentioned in the last class, and I thought it would be nice to go over this little thing called the Ktarim. So the Ktarim are just these symbols that appear on top of letters in Torah scrolls. Also in the scrolls that go inside the mezuzah and inside the tefillin. Okay. They look like this. You see the Gimel has this little hat in here, right? It's like he has three baby hairs. And the Aleph looks a little bit sad because it doesn't have any.
Do they actually have the eyes in them?
No, they do
Okay.
not.
I'm sure. Didn't think so.
Okay. All right. So, one of the most visually striking features of a Torah scroll is the Ktarim. It has another name called Tagim or Tagin, sometimes they're called. And they would appear in 7 letters primarily. And there's an acronym that you can memorize so that you know where they appear. So the way to kind of familiarize yourself with these 7 letters is by this phrase Shatnez Guts, the one at the bottom there. So the Ktarim, the thing really about them is that they're primarily decorative, but they ascribe multiple meanings, and they have for some tradition long ago, and it's very hard to pinpoint where this tradition started and what was the motive of writing this letter in a particular way, and so on and so forth. Rabbinical tradition puts them at Mount Sinai, as it does many other rabbinical teachings. It just puts them all the way back. Okay. So some of them are triple, like we've seen here. You can see the Gimel here has like these 3 little hairs. Those are triples, but some will have only one. And there's a different acronym to remember them by, which is Badak Chaya. Okay, which is the Bet, the Dalet, the Kof, the Chet, the Yod, and the Hey. So those will have only one tag on top of them. The way it looks like in real life is like this. So like you can see here, for example, on this word Hineni, you can see the Hey has one tag, right? You can see that right there. And the Nun, right? Sha'at Nez, here's the Nun, will have 3. We'll have a crown essentially, but it will be a triple crown instead of just one. This is the way it looks like on a Torah scroll. Okay. We do not write it with them. These things are reserved for Torah scrolls, for tefillin scrolls, and mezuzah scrolls only. You don't, of course, they also appear in art. I know that Nico is an artist, and he has already utilized some of those techniques in his own artwork. Okay. So the Talmud tells a story in which Rabbi Akiva expounds profound halachic meanings from these crowns. And so what may seem decorative perhaps to us or from an outside observer, Akiva found a lot of meaning in those symbols, right? So it kind of go back to Jewish mysticism and all sorts of interpretive techniques that you know. Anyway, but something interesting from the New Testament, Yeshua said at some point, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law to all be fulfilled." And these jots and tittles, that's kind of what people think he means by jots and tittles, is that even those little markings, those little dots on these Torah scrolls are have some sort of meaning and importance. And another essential aspect of Torah scroll writing is just beyond the Ktarim, there are different ways in which Torah scrolls are written. Part of it is called Parshiyot Ptuchot. So those are closed sections. Some of them are called Parshiyot Stumot. Those are the closed ones. So open section starts in a new line. We're going to see it in a minute. It kind of breaks up the text. And a good example for that is Shirat Hayam. In Hebrew, that's Song of the Sea. It appears in Exodus 15. You can say it's kind of like a poetic structure, but in a Torah scroll, there really isn't, you don't really see that a lot. It's just like lines. But traditionally, some are going to have it like so. And this technique, this way of writing text is getting passed down in tradition. So these are what's called Parshiyot Ptuchot. Those are the open ones, right? Those are the open sections. This is how it's going to look like.
Wow.
This is Shirat Hayam, the Exodus 15. Okay.
Is that how Exodus 15 is always written?
In a Torah scroll.
Yes, in Torah scroll.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Because it's a song?
we don't know why.
Oh, okay.
We don't know why. Perhaps there are other poetic sections that are not written this way. But this one in particular does, and again, it harkens back to tradition in a form of writing. Another interesting feature of Torah scroll writing is Otiyot Rabati. So those are oversized letters. And the way that you'll spot them is going to be in very strategic locations. So for instance, so the Torah begins like this, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. And just look at this oversized letter bet. You can recognize this letter already. It's the letter bet. It's huge in comparison to the other text. Moreover, the whole word is a little bit larger than the rest of the text, right? But this is another feature. This is, the very beginning of the book. So it starts with this, in this way. Another very prominent one is in the Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. You can see the Ktarim, right? The ones that are ones, the ones that are triples, and so on, right? You can notice how the Ayin is large and the Dalet is large. Kind of forms the word Ad together, which means eternal. This is the way, and obviously for everybody who reads, who knows a little bit about Jewish tradition and Jewish custom, the Shema is kind of like the very core. One would recite it before death. And not to mention the more sex at least 3 times a day.
Mhm.
But that's so people look at them and give them deeper meaning. Sometimes mystical insights, and so on. Another really interesting feature is the kti'ah, or the vav kti'ah. This is the vav in the word. What word is that? Can somebody read it?
Shalom.
Shalom, that's right. But if you can see here, the vav is broken. So this one in particular is found in the Torah portion Pinchas. It's the word for peace. But the vav is broken, and people basically point out that it's peace that was bought through violence. It's not really complete peace. So if you remember the story, he kills the adulterous couple, he stops the plague
Mhm.
that goes in the camp, and in this way, peace is restored. But the vow is broken. It wasn't, there was some violence involved in that. How it signifies that peace is not. So even in the small markings, there might be some things that we can perhaps derive, think about, meditate, and ponder. Right, it's just a letter. Some scribal customs, just to give you an idea, it's written by hand by a person that's called a Sefel Stam. Stam is an acronym for Sefer Torah, Tefillin, and Mezuzah. So there's a particular guy that this is his job, this is what he does. And the different writing styles, of course, Ashkenazi, Sephardi, and Yemenite. And the process is seen as a spiritual process. It's not just somebody's writing. It really is a spiritual process, and there's a lot of halachic regulations on what you should be doing during the time that you're writing, what you shouldn't be doing the time of your writing, what ink you should be using at the time of your writing, and so on. It's very, very complicated. It's very much not straightforward. So, like I wrote here, each scroll is inspected meticulously. If an error is found, it must be corrected according to Jewish law. So, if somebody spots something in a Torah scroll, like an inspector comes in and can deem a Torah scroll unusable for service until it is fixed.
Wow.
All right, just a little tidbit. It kind of pertains to the topic of Hebrew. But I thought it could be useful for you guys. All right. Questions about that? Any questions? Thoughts?
I guess I have a question. Like, has it always? I mean, I know Jewish writing, like we have our Bible today because
Mhm.
of the Jewish people.
Mhm.
But was it always that meticulous, or did it continue to get increasingly more difficult whenever you're reading the short scroll?
So these particular traditions go way back.
Okay.
How far back? We do not know. Like, we're not sure. I would probably say around the time of Ezra, there seems to be a movement towards much more meticulous observance of the law, much more attention to detail in the way that these laws are being executed and so on and so forth. Like this is kind of the beginning of the movement, I would say.
Interesting.
And there's some really good scholars that can back me up on this. Yeah, it goes, yeah. Like obviously things change over time and traditions develop and evolve, but I would say it starts around that time. And around that time is probably when we have the first synagogues. So the Torah scroll and the synagogue goes, I believe, hand in hand.
Is the Ktarim, are they found in the writings and the entirety of the Hebrew scriptures, or is it just the Torah?
It's a good question. I am not sure because, like, usually a Torah scroll will have a status that's a little bit more elevated. You do have Haftorah scrolls. You even have Esther scrolls, where rules may not be as meticulous as the ones for Torah use. But can't say for sure. Okay. All right. That was useful. Let's see. Let's go back to the letters without Ktarim. I sound so well.
It's okay.
He's fine. That's not it. That's it. Oops. Here. Oh, no, no, we're not. Yet. Much. So much good stuff. Okay. This was your homework. This is what we went over together, right? Now we're going to we're going to look at the vocab here underneath, and we're going to try and read, and hopefully we're going to push forward a little bit. All right. Okay, so Shomer Shabbat, right, is like what we said, keeps Shabbat, keeps the Sabbath, and Shomer Shabbat is same thing, just a feminine form. Shulamit is a name. Really nice name. You have a daughter coming up, please consider. The me, who else? Right, who else? Shmor et Shabbat, right? Keep the Sabbath, right? Okay. מספר 9. מי רוצה לקרוא מספר 9?
How do you say I will?
אני רוצה.
אני רוצה. אני רוצה.
אוקיי. בבקשה, ברנט.
אלוהים ברא את השמש.
Yeah, השמש.
השמש.
Yes.
Of course. השמש.
אלוהים ברא את השמש. Yes, created the sun. Okay. Nice. מספר 10, מי רוצה לקרוא?
I'll do it.
Okay.
השומר, המת,
Mhm.
לעמול, לעולם,
לעולם.
לעולם.
Yes. All right, good job. השומר אמת לעולם. Keeps truth forever. Hashomeh, or like you could say the one who keeps, or the keeper. אוקיי, מספר 11. מספר 11, אני רוצה לקרוא.
שירו,
לואיס,
זה שירו,
שירו.
לא,
מהמם.
זה
מהמם.
לא,
נו. מהמם.
שמו.
Yeah, great, Luis. Good job. שירו לו, הללו שמו. Sing, שירו לו. To him, hallelu, praise, right? You, like you praise, hallelu, atem, shemo, his name. אוקיי, יופי, פנטסטי. מספר 12, מי רוצה? תגידו, אני רוצה, אני רוצה.
אני רוצה.
אני רוצה.
אני רוצה. אשרי, האיש, הלמד תורה.
Yes. Happy is he who studies Torah. Right? Ashrei ha'ish. It's Ashrei is like happy, like happy is,
The man.
right? Or you could also say blessed is. Okay, yeah, good job reading. We'll add this to our vocabulary page. But let's continue with the letter Sin. This is the letter Sin. We have encountered this one already in a different way when it's read Shin. When this dot is not on the left side, this dot is on the right side. So it's on the left, it's thin. Okay? All right. So for instance, מספר אחד, אני קורא, I'm reading, שע, שע, ש, oh, I'm sorry, oh my gosh, sa, sa, se, say, si, so, si, su. Okay? Sisu, samu, shama, sim, simi, sava, sheva. There's a tongue twister right there. Number 3. Try to follow me. There seems to be something missing here. There seems to be a vowel point missing. So I'm going to skip that for now. Sas, shesh, salma, ose, asa, aso. Okay, good. So we have some vocab here. Sarah, Shara. So for instance, if you'll have that in a book, if you're reading a Hebrew book, the way that you'll be able to tell the proper name between, and differentiate it from the verb would be by context. Context is king. Okay. Isha, wife. Ha'isha shel, we've talked about the word shel, right? Of, the wife of. Ha'isha shel Luis. Bezrat Hashem, Yom Echad, one day, you know. Okay. Okay.
אני יש לו רווקה.
Ravak. Ravak is a single guy. Okay. Ravaka is a single gal. Okay. Brent לא רווק. ברנט נשוי. ורעלן אישה של ברנט. Okay. ג'וליה רווקה. ניקו נשוי. Okay, enough. מספר 4. I mean to play them. Okay.
Sarah.
Mhm.
Uh,
So. Yeah, that's right.
So.
So. I'm trying to confuse you there. מספר 5. אני רוצה לקרוא מספר 5.
I can do it. Did you call me before? Was I hearing things?
I might have.
I was taking notes.
All in a good way.
Sarah Haisha Shel Abraham.
נכון. יוליה אחלה. כל הכבוד. שרה האישה של אברהם. Sarah is, what's the translation?
The wife of Abraham.
Yes. Great. שרה האישה של אברהם. אוקיי, מספר 6. ממשיכים. מספר 6. Nico, would you like to try?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll try. What was it? Shabbat. Abirat. Abirim. Or Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
Ba.
Yep.
So, okay. First one is Shabbat, so that's Sabbath.
That's right.
Then Abraham, and then Ba. Does it
Remember
Ba mean
that
to
is-
come?
Yeah.
So Abraham, the Sabbath is coming, or
So there isn't a lot of sense in this one. I apologize.
Okay.
It's Sabbath, comma, Abraham is coming.
Okay, got you.
Okay.
Sure.
Or Abraham comes.
Abraham comes, got you.
Yeah. Yeah. מספר 7.
אני רוצה.
בבקשה.
אברהם אומר, שבת שלום שרה.
Mm-hmm.
So Abraham Omer said,
Mm-hmm. Says.
Abraham says, Shabbat Shalom, Sarah.
Yeah. Great. Good job. מספר 8.
אני רוצה.
מראיין, בבקשה.
שרה אומרת, שבת שלום, אברהם. Sarah said, Shabbat Shalom, Abraham.
Yes. Good. Excellent. מספר 9. מי רוצה?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Hold on, actually,
I can do it.
tending to a son here quickly.
That's
Go ahead.
okay.
Number 9.
Yeah.
Number 9. Okay. Sarah. Shara. Right?
Sarah, Shara.
Shabbat. Shalom. Shabbat. Shalom.
Yeah. What does it mean?
What is Shada? Sarah, obviously, but I don't know what that next word is.
Okay.
Sings.
Yep.
Okay, Sarah sings Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah. מספר 10, מי רוצה לקרוא? לואיס.
Shabbat, Shalom, Abraham, Shuli.
Yeah, great. Good reading. What's that, Mel? What does it mean?
Shabbat Shalom, say Shabbat, and Abraham Shuli, my Abraham.
Yeah. Just imagine Sarah singing to her husband Abraham. Shabbat Shalom Abraham Shali. Just imagine a scene like that. Okay. You're into Marielle, you can practice that at home. מספר 11, מי רוצה?
I'll do it.
Okay.
It's actually a little bit hard for me to hear. So if somebody volunteered, please just say if I'm a little bit later. But Avraham Shar Shabbat Shalom Sarah Shali.
Okay. Good reading, Micah. Mazel Mel.
Abraham I don't remember Shah. Is that sings?
That's right.
Shah. Shabbat Shalom. Sarah. I don't know.
Shali.
Something.
Shali would
I?
be. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the first one.
So Abraham sings Shabbat Shalom, Sarah Shali. Good Sabbath, my Sarah.
No, he's just singing. Shabbat Shalom, my Sarah.
It's like this, almost like a love poem here going on.
Abraham sings.
Sweet Jewish love poem. Okay. And our workbook left us an info phrase, Sim Shalom. Sim Shalom, grant peace. Lasim is also to put or to place something. To give you kind of like a broader sense of the word, but you could say grant peace. It's found in Jewish prayer books. Yeah. Okay. We're running out of time. Next week we'll do the letter Yud. I think we made good progress. We covered homework. We did some. We kind of digressed just a little bit, but hopefully that was fun and educational. And I'm just going to make a quick little comment. I think your reading has improved significantly. I think you're reading faster. I believe you're comprehending it very well. And maybe we can get some more traction and start flying through this curriculum a little bit faster. Okay. And then once we know how to read, it's just going to be a lot of fun because we can make up stories, spend vocab, and apply it in conversations. Stuff like that would be great. Comments, questions? Complaints, concerns.
So do you know how
My
many
assistant will
letters can? Do you know how many letters we have to go yet? Before we have the alphabet?
Well, right now we're pretty much at halfway point.
Halfway.
Yeah. But we're pretty good. We're pretty good at it. So like once this knowledge is something that exponentially grows, like it's not linear. So at some point, like you're just gonna climb a little higher. And it starts now, because I can tell. Because I can tell. Okay. Okay. No questions, no concerns, don't complain.
I have a question.
Yes.
The first part, like with the Torah, I noticed that there wasn't any vowel markings. Is that?
In the Torah scroll?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a good question. There are no markings in a Torah scroll at all. As a matter of fact, the markings. So let me pull that up again. Okay, right? Wait, sorry. There we go. So as you can see, there are no markings here. These markings are much later, and a group called the Masoretes came up with them late in the 7th to 8th century. These are late. Wow, these are late. So the idea was to really kind of enshrine the way that the letters and the words are pronounced. So they came up with the vowel system, what we're learning today. It's called it originated in Tiberias in Israel. And this is what we're using today to learn pronunciation. It came up also with the Te'amei Mikra, which is another set of symbols that tell you how to chant the Torah as well. So also the chanting of the Torah was enshrined in these symbols. This is what we're not learning. I have no idea how to read them. Like, I'll be honest, I have no clue. I didn't study it, and yeah. But
It's probably like a combining words or notes on the same.
it's like, yeah, so it's like vowel markings and musical notes on the same page. Yeah. Yeah. So, and Nosach HaMesorah is kind of what is being handed down today is the Sorah, is the Masoretic text. But with like archaeology and stuff like that, like this has been meticulously preserved. So,
That's incredible.
okay, good question.
Actually, I didn't even think of that because 7th and 8th century, like that seems very.
It's late. Well, think about it, that you had the oral Torah written down as the Mishnah only in the 200s AD. So this thing has been going on for hundreds of years, and they did not want to write it down. It was forbidden to be written down, but they wrote it down anyway in the 2nd century. Third century. Okay. All right. Goodbye.
תודה.